One. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back again on a Tuesday night. Usually we are doing Tokyo Heat with Sonny Ono. But I told Sonny Ono to go home, sit down in front of your little dogs tonight because I got somebody special that's coming up on the show. Y'all know how we do it. This is the world's most dangerous podcast, and we call it Straight Shooting with Stevie Ray. Now, I promised you guys, I had somebody coming on the show this week, and you guys seen the clips. And yes, he's here. The big guy's here, and he's ready to talk. And all you guys been asking me, hey, man, is he going to talk about this? And how I know what he's going to talk about? Huh? You think I went over a whole program with the man before he come? The man got something to say, and we going to chop it up. Y'all know how we do. Who was that? Mike one. Chris Dilworth, laugh out loud. What's up, Nas? Oh, yeah, baby. It's on like a steaming pot of neck bones. Everybody right now that's out there watching on Facebook, I always talk to you guys before the show because go over to Stevie Ray TV on YouTube. Go over to Stevie Ray TV on Twitch. Don't miss this show, man. You're only looking at me right now because I'm communicating with you before the show. Once the show get going, y'all can't really see what's going on. You're not a part of a podcast. You're just part of me watching Facebook. But hey, man, what's up, Ziggy? Where you been, bro? Oswald, where the hell you been? RJ, where you been? Queen out there? I didn't see her name. But hey, man, let's bring it down a little bit. Everybody's out there. We might have a little something. But man, without further ado, let's get the big dog in here. See where he is. There he is.
Yo, what's going on?
What's going on, Ryback?
Not much. Good to see you again. It's been a while.
Good to see you. Good to see you too, man. Let me get my thing straightened up here. There we go. Brother, you've been highly anticipated.
Oh, yeah?
Bro, come on. People asking me what you want to talk. Well, how I know what the big guy want to talk about, man. The big guy talk about what he want to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Don't ask me. Ask him. And for all you guys out there that's watching right now, the phone line to call in, 832-243-4428. I will say it again, 832-243-4428. Phone lines are not open right now because I don't need you bothering me before I even get into a conversation. So, big dog, let's get right to it, man. What is up with you? How you doing? I know you had some injuries and things like that last time we talked. Let the people know how they're coming along, bro.
Life is good, man. Rocking and rolling. We hoping to get cleared finally this summer after a long road. And I've been very transparent. I when I left WWE, a big reason and I found out after I left and got MRIs is I needed a 5-disc fusion and right shoulder replacement.
Right.
So the 19 stem cell procedures later, half of those on my back, the other half on the shoulder. Big thanks to BioAccelerator in Columbia. They sent me and Kevin Nash down. Actually, we were the trial guys to get that ball rolling for the UFC guys and the other wrestling guys. And man, right. And great week. But big thanks to them. Without them, this would not be possible. And they got my back to 100% within 2 procedures on top of the procedures I got here in Nevada, Las Vegas. The shoulder was a more complicated issue, and I needed a replacement. I had no cartilage left in the joint from cortisone while in WWE. Ate away all the cartilage in my right shoulder. All the muscles atrophied. Had multiple tears, but that wasn't as big.
Let me ask you something. Let me stop you right there. As far as the cortisone shots go, how often were you getting them?
They probably 3 times a year. And they were giving it to me inside my shoulder joint, which I later found out is you should never get it inside the joint. It 100% will eat away the cartilage, and that's what it did.
You
So,
can once a year.
yeah, they were giving it to me at least 3 times a year, and on top of Toradol every day. I take the blame for not, but years go by, whatever, and it's you're just trying to do what's best, to stay on the road and keep making money. Towards the end,
I
I
know.
expressed to them, if you're a wrestler, you know how it goes. You don't want to be a pussy. You don't want to. I tried talking to them multiple times and Hunter multiple times, and kind of like saying, "Look, I'm injured," without saying I'm injured, and I could not get them to get me off the road. So I took myself off the road eventually with everything else and left with that. But the shoulder's very frustrating and very patient. Had to be patient. Years of breaking up scar tissue, rolling on a golf ball. I'm talking, Stevie, 3-4 hours a day, every day, broken up into periods. Do a couple 3 minutes, do some work on the phone, back rolling, but do that like 30 minutes a day in the morning, 30 minutes in the afternoon, an hour late at night, an hour before bed. And like for literally 4 years, seeing a therapist multiple times a week in Vegas, scar tissue manipulation work. And finally, we're doing this wet cupping. I've been posting it on my stuff where it's like cupping, but you put little holes with a lancing pen, and it sucks the scar tissue and the bad toxins out. We've been getting out all this scar tissue, and finally everything is really, really good, and we're hoping to be back and ready to go by August with kind of the timeline of everything. So, but it's been a long road, and I wouldn't wish it on anyone, but I've been blessed to stay intact and have hopefully an opportunity, to do what I love again. So.
Great, man. Hey, all you guys out there that's watching right now on Facebook, please go over to Stevie Ray TV on YouTube so you guys can see the show live, man. Become a subscriber. Right now, we got the big guy Ryback that we're doing an interview with, an in-depth interview. And I know you guys want to see this, man. I know you just don't want to look at me. Become a subscriber. Stevie Ray TV on YouTube, or either Stevie Ray TV on Twitch, because I'm going to have to get ready to get up out of here, man. I was chatting with you guys before the show started. But hey, brother. Hey, what's up, Cube? Cube, what you doing, man? Go be a subscriber. The Cuban assassin, man. Hey, looking at Facebook. What's wrong with him, bro? The Cube, man. Cube made me the star I am today. And I give him that. Him and Ricky Santana, bro. He went out his way to help me in the business, bro. But Cube, take a little advice. Go to Stevie Ray TV on YouTube, man. Because I got to get you on the show, dog. So go look at it so you can see what you're going to be going through. I'm not going to be as easy on you as I am with the big Ryback right now. I'm going to have to come down on you. Cute, go do your thing. I got to get out of here. Peace. But anyway, dog, this is my thing. A lot of people been asking me 50,000 questions about the big Ryback coming on the show. What about Ryback saying this, Ryback saying that? One of the things I have to ask is apparently, now I didn't listen to this. This is what people have been telling me. Mm-hmm. Did you make some comments about Goldberg?
Oh, yeah. I've officially challenged Goldberg. And, he announced, when was it? Maybe a month or two ago that he wants a retirement match. And I'm sitting back, and my whole time in WWE, I have nothing but love and respect for Goldberg, and I got to meet him in 2018 at WrestleCon. We got inducted into the Hall of Fame. He came over and said hello. He was saying hi to some of the guys, saw me from across the room. He came over and said hi, got to just quick embrace, but nice little moment. And I'm sitting back, and when I was in WWE, I'd asked for the match multiple times. They flat out told me, Stevie, you don't want to work with him. We don't want him here. Point blank, no. I leave, they bring him back in. With that, he has that amazing run, that match with Brock and everything, and a hell of a run there at his age and coming back and doing what he did.
Right.
He's a free agent now. I'm a free agent. He says he wants a retirement match. Nobody in wrestling is stepping up and saying, I want that match with Goldberg. I think some people are saying his best days are behind him. I want the absolute best Goldberg for one more match. I've been compared to him my whole career on things. We're completely different. We have some similarities, yes. There's no better way to prove the doubters wrong.
Other than both of y'all big white guys with bald heads, I'm going to tell you right now, you don't have any similarities.
Yeah.
That's coming from somebody that knows.
Yeah.
You have no similarities, brother.
But I think the perfect way to show the audience that is to allow us to have a program. Let's see the big guy's personality. Let's see Goldberg head-to-head, the return, the ending, and let's go tell that story. And I think Look, I said AEW All In would be the perfect place. This is my revenge, everything with WWE. I've said I'm coming back from day one. I walked out of there on a multi-million-dollar contract. They thought I was done. They put out a bunch of BS and trying to make things difficult for me. I've overcome everything. I've won everything. I've won my name. I've won all my trademarks, and I'm coming back one way or another, and I want Bill Goldberg. That's it. And his decision. His decision. But I'm throwing my name out there.
So you're putting your name out there.
Yeah.
You're putting your name out there. You have thrown down the gauntlet, if you will, and you have challenged Bill Goldberg to a match.
7 years gone, and I want my first match back to be with Bill Goldberg. And I a lot of people go, you don't want that, you don't want that. And I've said it point blank. I know what it takes. I'm a home run hitter. I know what it takes to have success in this. I've had the highest success in this, and I'm not afraid to take chances. And I believe I can bring out the best in Bill Goldberg, and he's going to get the absolute best from me. There is nobody as motivated, as hungry as me, and I want that opportunity. One, to shut everybody the fuck up and to show everybody all the lies and the bullshit out there that I can come in and I can do what I've been saying I could do for the last 7 years when I've had to get my health back in line to go back to do what I love. And that's it, man. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I'll be fine. But I said, you know what? The guy announces he wants a retirement match and nobody's stepping up. I think a lot of people are too afraid with that. The big guy's not afraid. So feed me Goldberg. That's it.
May I interject for a moment and give a little subtle advice, if you don't mind?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know,
I have nothing but respect for you.
I appreciate that. I'm all about edification. If anybody knows me, they know that. Now, I'm listening to you talk.
Mm-hmm.
But Ryback, if I was your advisor, which I feel as though right now I am in a way.
You're a big part of why I got into business. We've talked about. Gave you some good advice as a young 19-year-old. So.
I remember that. But this one is on the record, though, okay?
Yes.
That one wasn't official. This one is official right now. Some 20 years later, I guess, you know? Okay. I understand what you're saying about the Goldberg match. Mm-hmm. But if I was Don King talking to one of my protege boxers, you know what Don King would say?
What would he say?
Don't give it away, baby. You will let me promote this thing between you guys, and you guys take all the money. We don't need a middleman. We just need the two participants.
Yeah.
And I will put people in place that knows how to do this. Goldberg against the big guy, Ryback. Main event. You guys split the money. Big guy, I know you're anxious to get back into business. You've been doing all your, doing your therapy and everything to get your body back to where it used to be.
Oh, yeah.
But Goldberg, I can't let you go out like that, man. You got to feed your pockets. Feeding you is one thing, but feeding the pockets first now. Now, where it goes after that, anybody's business. But what if we do something like that and we make it about you two guys and not let AEW reap all the benefits for something that's a main event anywhere in the continental United States of America, Canada, Mexico, or anywhere?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's all on the table. But something I'll tell you, in having a business and everything in line, I look forward in everything, all my issues with WWE, and I've talked about all my social media suppression. I want the big time media. That's going to be very beneficial for me with everything going on. And and there's a lot that's going into this. It's not just
about
what
I'm saying.
But
what I'm saying is this. As we do this, one guy's going out, one guy's auditioning for everybody else and everything.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if it works out like I see it in my mind, you write your own ticket.
Absolutely.
You write your ticket, man. They come into you and say, hey, baby, I need you.
But I think
I'm just putting it out there because that's what that's what old Ray Dog can do for you. I'm telling you right now.
At the end of the day, it's going to come down, Bill Goldberg makes the final decision. If it's indeed his last match,
exactly.
I think if it was my last match, I would want. So I'm just simply saying, you know what? I've been compared all my whole career. I want to show everybody why we're different with that, and want that opportunity. And I don't think there's anybody better. There's nobody that's going to put as much into this, because I have so much on the line. This isn't just about my career. This is about my life in pro wrestling and everything I've worked up to this point. And a lot of people go, you don't want to go down that road. You don't want to go down that road. Yes, I do, because I'm not afraid to swing big, and that's the one. And I want that energy. I'll tell you this, Stevie, too. I've met 3 people in person where I go, holy shit, they have great energy. It was The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Goldberg was the other one. When he came over, and I go, there's an aura and an energy to this guy that I understand why he was so popular, even though I wasn't in the ring with him. But you could just feel it. And I have all the respect in the world for that. So and I thrive off of energy, man. So I was like, I want to experience that. I want to be out there. I want to hear that music, and I want to go out there and show the world what we can do, and give him the match that he deserves, and that someone's going to put into it. So I hear you. That's not just AEW, but just being honest, I got a lot on the line, and I want to shove it back at WWE.
Hey, brother.
There's no better way than going to the competition.
There's no doubt in my mind that you will be back on top. But I got a friend of mine, man, who's waiting in the rings, man. I promised him that I would bring him on the show he can ask you a couple of questions.
Okay.
He has his own podcast. His name is Chris Dilworth. He has a podcast called Heels for Life. When he and some of his older cohorts, if you will, then, they talk about professional wrestling and in a very inverted type way, if you will. I can't put it any more simpler than that. But I promised him I would bring him on. He's a big fan of yours. Chris is a good guy, man. Believe it or not, he's really a good guy. I come down on him hard, man. But that flyer that I sent you, Chris did that, bro. He's very a talented young.
That's a great man.
Hey, he don't play, brother. He's a very talented young man, bro. So I promised him I'd come on. Usually he's afraid to come on the show because he know what I'm going to do to him. I'm going to eat him alive, dog. He knows that. And he gets sick. When he's supposed to come on the show, he catches the flu. He catches epidural. Who knows? He do anything. But the last couple times I got him on here, and I have to do what I have to do. It's my show,
Guys like that are valuable, man. I had a guy for 7 years that was with me that did a lot of great work that passed away this past year. And,
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
No, he's sorely missed. He was over in France. 7 years, Stevie. He was a big part of everything I'm doing, and he died suddenly of a brain aneurysm, and he's sorely missed.
That's tough.
But so I understand we have people that are loyal and do great work, and, man, you take care of them. So I get it.
Hey, brother, he's a good dude, man. Yeah. So I'm going to bring him on, and I told him, for his podcast, Heels for Life, come on, talk to the big guy. And I'm going to bring him Ryback, I'm bringing him to the big time now. I'm bringing him to the big time. If I don't help my brothers, who will?
You're elevating others.
If I don't help
one of the real ones. Yeah.
Hey, brother, so I'm going to bring him on. And I hope he's not trembling in his boots. Oh, there he is.
What's going on, man?
Hello. Ryback,
what's up, bro?
Pleasure. I'm humbled, man, by this opportunity of coming on here and sharing the this interview with you guys. And Uncle Stevie, why the hell do you have to come in here and just do this bullshit? Why you gotta do that? Why?
I don't appreciate you talking to me like that.
No, I don't appreciate
I know you just can't curse me out like that, man.
But yeah, you gave
in front of Ryback. He's a guest. He's a guest.
Listen, hold on one second.
Can you have can you have a little decorum for the show? Can you have a little decorum?
Did you not see the last time we was in it? Did you not see the last time we was on the show together? Your Wi-Fi was messing up.
Yeah,
I literally have to take the show for you. You can at least be humble and have some decorum. You know what I'm saying? You could do that.
Okay.
You could at least say, Chris, thank you.
I forgot about that. Thank you, Chris. I forgot about that. I forgot about that.
Wi-Fi good today,
my bad.
Right? It's good.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, my bad. You're right. I forgot.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, they're supposed to. Cool. It hasn't messed up since then. It hasn't messed up since then.
You need to check. Wait a minute, you don't got Spectrum, do you? Or do you have
Comcast? No. I got the good stuff, bro.
The hell that means?
I got the good stuff. Ain't no damn Spectrum or whatever. That's the shit they got up in Wisconsin. I stay in Texas.
Wow, really? Now you try to Wisconsin? Okay.
Yeah.
Brother, you on the
Can't
clock.
even keep a quarterback. Team keep a quarterback happy. But that's a whole nother story.
When was
That's
the
a whole
last
nother
time
story.
y'all won a World Series?
Hey man, look, I'm trying to interview somebody, bro. I'm just saying.
We got the Vegas Golden. We got the Golden Knights playing tonight, Vegas. Hopefully we're going to win our first Stanley Cup. So I'm looking forward to that.
He literally came for me. No, I didn't want to wear the crown tonight because unlike Stevie, I'm at least professional. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to come on here and be civil.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it for once. But hey, the floor is yours, man. Ask the big guy whatever you want to ask him. He's open.
Well, okay. So Ryback, once again, it's a pleasure to talk to you and kind of dig into like what's been going on with you for post WWE. I've been listening, and I know that you're going through some more lawsuits with the WWE. Is that correct?
No, everything. I just got wrapped up. I won my trademark.
Cool.
The Ryback trademark that had been going on since I left, essentially, really going on since about 2018-19.
Okay.
Just this year, yeah.
Okay, so we can get that out the way. Now, the reason why I asked you this because I guess there were rumors that was going around that you were still dealing with the WWE, so now we can get that shit out of the way. I love interviews like this because I can hear from the horse's mouth instead of neck beard motherfuckers online. Excuse my language, but
I'm not excusing that, bro.
What?
I'm holding you accountable.
Okay, all right, cool.
Anyway, stop doing crosses, man, because we all know the deal. But go ahead.
Okay, all right. So, a question from my boy Alex from TikTok. He asked, "Do you feel blackballed by the wrestling industry, and if so, why?"
No, and because I know the truth, and I know what really happened, and I've talked about it, and I'm being illegally suppressed by WWE and have since 2016, and we've been working on all of this with everything. The issues have been with WWE, and I walked away and I left. They latched on to everything I'm doing with that. Not once. There's nothing. I love pro wrestling. I speak positive about pro wrestling all the time. I speak up for wrestlers. I speak up about the industry. I talk well about everything. I talk well about WWE. I've just simply been honest about what has gone on. And in that, there's been a lot of misinformation put out. They have been caught. We had to take down a lot of articles early on. WWE, with the publications that they are partners with, were pushing out paid ads on Facebook, lies straight up on me with this. And they have conditioned that audience, that neckbeard audience you're talking about, they have conditioned them over time with negative article after negative article while holding down my content with everything I've done, despite my big following that I've gotten post WWE with everything. I speak to people daily. I talk to people, have conversations. I flip them like that by giving them the facts on the situation. I don't see how issues with WWE all of a sudden turn to all of the pro wrestling industry. And anybody that has listened to me and everything I'm doing knows that to be a fact with that. So absolutely not. And I've had conversations with people, different promotions. I'm not cleared. I haven't been cleared. We thought my career was over with everything. I never believed that. But I believe once I'm cleared that there will be opportunities. And like I said, I just need one opportunity to show everybody all the lies. I've had a great attitude. And none of this came out while I was in WWE, by the way.
Right.
This is all came out of wrestling, which is if you just have common sense, you go, wait a second, this doesn't add up.
Right.
So, and the two people that have come out and said some stuff are being paid by WWE, and it's just not. I'm not putting up with it because my life is on the line with what I've worked for on this, and I'm not backing down. So I just can control getting cleared, get cleared, and come back and shut everybody the hell up, and that's the way it's going to be with it. So, but I'm a grown man. I'm not afraid, man. This industry, it's about creating controversy and drama. That you can make me the most hated guy not being in the business. I can get all the heat in the world. How does that? It doesn't make any sense. How do you get blackballed from that when you have issues with one company and not the pro wrestling industry? Right. It doesn't make any sense. So I could talk about that all day, though. I'll go. Man. Well, tell me what I've done. I'm asking you, with the people, tell me what I've done that would warrant me being blackballed from the pro wrestling industry when people reach out all the time in different things and from the different promotions. But what have I actually done? I've heard some people say, oh, he called the championships props. Guess what? That's a word that means property. Guess what? We were taught that in WWE developmental. They actually taught us that they are props with that. Wow. But people want to come out. Mark Henry wants to come out and say that shit, but nobody wants to actually have a conversation about it with that. And props is not a negative word. All championships are props. That doesn't take away from the history of them or the stories or the meaning they have for the individual performers. But nobody wants to fucking talk about everything else that I talked about. They want, oh, he called the championships props. You're goddamn right I did. They fucking taught us it in developmental. And that's what they is. It's common. It's a word that means property. It's not a negative word with it. But people like to turn shit to try to turn people, and everybody wants to bitch and complain in this goddamn society. I will shut you the fuck up every time with the facts. And that's it. Argue with me on it. That props means property. That's what they are. The Stanley Cup is a prop with it. It doesn't take away from the meaning or the history. When a new promotion comes out with a championship, there's no history or meaning behind it. It is a new prop. The AEW championship. The first year it came out meant nothing because nobody had held it. After Jericho held it, he raised the bar with it. After Moxley held it, he raised the bar with it. So the longer a championship is on the line, when quality people with their history and their stories hold it, it raises the significance and the value of that prop, aka championship. And it is not a negative thing. It was never meant in a negative thing. And the goddamn WWE taught it to us. So I challenge anybody to fucking talk to me about it.
Well, damn.
You tell me who can explain it like that and who doesn't love the wrestling business. Or are you going to believe this multi-billion-dollar corporation who's getting their ass kicked, who wants to shut me up and wants me to go away, and I'm not going to. And I've won everything. I have won everything, and everything I've said has been true, and I'm not going away. So I'm very passionate about this because this is my life and my brand and my business that this affects when people come out and say shit like that. So.
You know, one thing, before I came on here, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was nervous as hell. I'm like, I don't know what type of version am I gonna get from Ryback. I'm like, my friends have told me that you are very humble, very passionate, and like already just talking to you right now, like I'm just like, yeah, he is a really cool dude. Like,
thank you.
Really, you know. And
I
it's
meet
like
great people all day, man. I love wrestling.
But
I love wrestling. It's not. I'm not what they say. But that's why I don't let the lies change me. But I have to defend myself. And I've said all along, I've been waiting for this day, man. I go, just get your health back, and you can shut everybody up, man. I needed a 5-disc fusion and shoulder replacement, and I'm not a victim. All wrestlers, Stevie, everybody has injuries. I got my career cut short, walked out on a multi-million-dollar deal to save my life and my health. And I put up with all this shit for 7 fucking years, man. And I just go, build my business, build my brand, get everything in place, and get your health back. That's all I can control right now. Win my trademark, do the proper steps, and I go, no matter what it is, just get yourself healthy, and it's all going to work itself out. And I firmly believe that.
Okay. Now, I have another question.
What's your next question, Chris?
Yeah, so my boy, Stormy Morris.
Stormy Daniels? Oh, Stormy Morris. Oh, okay.
Shut up.
We're a lot alike, Stevie. We're a lot alike.
I like Stormy. I like Stormy.
I'm good friends. Me and Phoenix Marie are going to go out to dinner again this week. I'm sure she's.
Oh, really? So. I wish I was hanging out with you, dog. When I come out there, I'm gonna look you up.
You need to, man.
Yeah, man.
So he got.
I'd rather look you up in that phony Disco Inferno. I know he would have no fun with him.
Why you want to bring him up of all people? Like,
I know I ain't gonna have no fun with him, but it is what it is, man.
Anyway, so
go ahead and get your question in, Chris.
So I think you already answered this, but let me just ask you anyway. So do you feel that the WWE ruined your career, or do you blame yourself?
No, I look at this as physical acting, man. And every role that I can only go out there and do what is asked of me, right? And I take great pride in helping. And when I go out there and get to play the role of a winner, and when I get to go out there and help elevate somebody else or help another storyline, I've always taken great pride in that. And there's no real, if you understand pro wrestling, and when we get into this, and you have a good attitude about it, and sure, we all want our moments and we want to shine. And I believe I had some great moments, man. It got cut short, and that's it. There was no failure or nothing bad. I walked away to get out of there, a bad situation, bad environment. But every role that they asked me to play, I played to the best of my ability. And if I was a babyface, I got cheered really loud. If I was a heel, I got booed really loud with it. And so I look at it as a major success, and I got to live my dream. Got cut short, but all these things have been for my benefit. And I think my prime years and my best years, not just in wrestling, but in life and what I built, all lay ahead, man. And I tell you, the best comebacks, you got it, and the best stories, you got to face major adversity. And all the people in life that have risen and climbed the mountaintop and had great success, have faced some huge obstacles, and this has been a huge obstacle. And I've got to prove, and I will not take this back for the world. I've got to prove to everybody my whole feed me more hungry mindset, my entire brand. I've literally proven to them on multiple things, never give up, stay hungry. And I'm telling you, you give yourself a chance. The most important thing in life is showing up and just give yourself an opportunity. And so I believe that these struggles have never been an actual real negative for me. It's been an opportunity for a massive positive long term.
Right.
Hey, Chris, I'm gonna hold on a second, Chris. Chris, I'm gonna put you back in the green room for a second, cause
okay.
I got a surprise, but just don't go nowhere, okay?
Yeah, I'll say.
Right. Just don't go nowhere. I got a surprise. But Chris will be coming back here, and we're just gonna put him in the green room because I got a surprise. Okay. But to this guy named Horror Fan, that I'm reading some of your quotes. Horror Fan, let's get something straight, bro. Don't come on my show with this kind of fucking bullshit, bro. Okay? Right. You got something bad to say about people, go do it on somebody else's podcast or somebody else's forum, okay? Don't do that shit, bro. That ain't what we're about on this show. All right? Calling people trash bags and, pathological liars and all that kind of bullshit, bro. If you make one more fucking fucked up, because see, you're talking to the fans that's on this show to listen and watch Ryback, not to listen to your garbage. As a matter of fact, fuck you. Get the fuck off my show with your bullshit, man. All right? I'm blocking your punk ass. I don't know. We don't do that here. Anybody that's got something negative to say, go do it on his shit, not my shit.
Come get blocked on my Twitter.
No bullshit, Ryback. I don't play that shit, bro. I don't play that shit. Because now he started talking to other people, then they start talking shit. Next thing you know, the people that really trying to appreciate something, they can't get a word in edgewise. You dig what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
So get the fuck out of here. And anybody else, I'm reading the comments. You got negative bullshit to say, go take your motherfucking bullshit somewhere else, brother. I'm not the one. I don't fucking play that bullshit. Appreciate the man for what he doing instead of doing these kind of bulletins that they do on social media. This ain't social media, bro. This is a fucking podcast. Have a little respect and decorum like when I was joking with Chris about it. That ain't what we do over here, bro. Respect the man for what he done. Respect my motherfucking show. If you don't fucking do it, get the fuck out of here. I'll block all of you. But anyway, now you got me fucking pissed off. See, I don't do this show to get pissed off, man. I like to have a good time. You know what I'm saying, Ryback. You and I talk. Chris and I talk. But I do another show, Ryback. I don't know if you know.
Oh, yeah?
I do a show called Black and White with Vince Russo.
All right. Yes.
You ever heard of him?
I've had a few conversations with him. I actually like the guy.
I don't
know if that. I don't know if that's the vibe. I've always gotten along well with him. There's always been a mutual respect with that.
Well, 1 out of 10 ain't bad. That's a good average for him.
I will say I'm an overly positive guy, and I do look for the positive attributes in people more often than not. So I may not be the best person to ask either.
Well, yeah. But guess what? I do a podcast with Vince, and we talk about a bunch of crazy stuff, man. We talk about serious stuff. We talk about fun stuff. It's all over the place, and we call it Black and White. But that's what we do. Now, Vince, get this, Ryback. You know what he did?
What's that?
He created a day for me. You know what he called a day?
What?
He created a day, a celebration for myself. He called, he gave me a day, and he calls it Black Day.
Yeah. Is that right? I don't know if I'm the one to speak on that. I don't know if that's,
I'm the only one to know. I think I'm the only one to know about the day, him and I, you know what I'm saying? So we celebrate it whenever he wants to celebrate it. But anyway, with all due respect, man,
bro, hold on.
I got him on the show today.
Hold on. First of all, who is this Dilworth Who is this, Sally Jesse Raphael? Bro, you bring the guy on, you got a nice gesture, you bring him on to say hello to the great Ryback, and the guy's going to sit here and grill him like Tom Schneider? How long are you going to have me sitting here in the green room while Dilworth interviews the great Ryback? Dilworth, bro. I'm a former WCW world champion, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
And Dilworth's on here with you while
You're just taking
with my thumb up my ass.
for
What's
40
with
minutes.
you, Stevie?
Hey, look,
Dilworth.
Chris Dilworth is a very good friend of mine, and I wish you wouldn't come out here and try to drag his name through the mud, man. I wish you wouldn't do that.
He comes on, he's Mike Douglas, for crying out loud.
Don't try to excoriate the man while other people are watching. Can't you have a little bit more respect for that? He's a fan. Is that so bad? When have you ever gave a fan a chance to come on and talk to somebody other than that sucker Potts that you brought on to talk to me? What about that?
Listen, I want to address the great Ryback here.
Oh, just Ryback, please.
Ryback, I quote you all the time because you said something years ago. And bro, listen, I'm on the same page with you as the WWE. You know I am. You know, Ryback, I still hear from current people on the roster, veterans, and they DM me. And it's like, and bro, it's a living hell over there. And I constantly say to them, get the hell out of there. But it's like, you know how it is, bro. They brainwash you that without them, you're nothing. Yeah, well, bro, without them, you're nothing. Look at this man. Look at this man who's made it on his own, been very, very successful with a supplement line. It's been proven over and over and over and over again. You don't need the WWE to be successful, but it's a brainwashing process. But I'll tell you why I quote you all the time. Because, bro, when I had you on my show, and it was a couple of years ago, you said something very specific. And, bro, this is entirely how they completely changed their model to their own expense. You mentioned, bro, having the conversation with a Triple H where he told you one-on-one, there will never, ever be another John Cena. Nobody will ever be bigger than this company again. And, bro, here's where I give them credit. They've done that. They've actually done that, bro. 50-50 booking, win one, lose one. Nobody's over. There are no superstars. They put their thumb on people. But Ryback, here's the thing I laugh at all the time. And I found it amusing when you mentioned that Triple H told you that. At the end of the day, bro, Raw and SmackDown are television shows. When people put on a television show, what do they want to see, bro? They want to see television stars. We don't want to see supporting actors. We want to see television stars. And because, you know, like he told you, nobody will ever be bigger than the company again. You know what they've done, bro? They've created mediocrity. So anybody that wants to call you, oh, you're a liar, you're bitter, you're this, you're that, bullshit, bro, because I gotta tell you, bro, when you made that statement, even I was like, man, that doesn't make any sense. Like, that is so whacked that you're not going to create television stars for a television show. But, bro, they've done exactly that.
Yeah, to a big degree. And I'm not there anymore and whatnot. And I'll tell you, it was, you know, I don't know why Hunter, you know, when he told me that, it's because I mean, while I was red hot, and I think it was explaining kind of what the cooling off process maybe. I don't know why he felt the need to tell me that. And it was in a hallway. I don't remember the arena we were at. It was during my first contract renegotiation. And it was not, I didn't want to hear that because that's why my social media, and that's why I'm so frustrated with everything. And I left, and I feel like Vince, and I'll tell you, what's going on with that, and because Vince wants you to eat shit and like it, and in his world, in his environment, that's the game. He's very power hungry and control. He's trying to make an example out of me. He thinks he can. If I'm not wrestling and they latch on to everything and they can limit my success, he knows how upset that makes me with that. And he is the problem with it is it's illegal, and we're no longer just in the walls of Shawshank and the WWE. And I'm not going back. I'm not crawling back. There's going to be other opportunities, which is why they're trying to make this a pro wrestling industry thing and not me versus WWE thing. But I'm going to win like I've won everything else through the facts and the truth and just staying persistent. Persistence breaks down resistance all day long. And when you're hungry like me, I'm going to win on this because I've won everything else with it. But as a superstar and as a talent, you want to go there. You want the opportunities that if you can go there and through them and get over, you want to be rewarded on that. You don't want to be shut down. You don't want to be hurt financially. You don't want to be limited. And if that's the environment, it's very difficult to do other things and and they have stars there. They have big time stars there, but nobody's getting to live up to their full potential because of that business model. Just to clarify, because I love everybody there, man. I love the wrestlers. I get along with everybody. I was part of it with it. I had it happen to me and everybody saw it is what it is, but
that's what
it helped me. It helped me with my mindset, and I have with this. This is physical acting, and again, here's another problem, Vince. Too. Everybody signs those 3 or 5 year contracts, and you go here, go decide my future. That 50-50 booking every week in the arenas. As a physical actor, pro wrestler, I want to know the role that I am playing for a specific length of time. I can't control how wrestling, and I know it's very difficult how others do their contracts, but I know for me, I go, look, if I'm coming in for 3 or 6 months, I want that role to be determined on paper, then we go out and we execute it. And if for whatever reason at the end of that contract, that role, I did not live up to my potential in that role, then, hey, we can allow that for future business and we can make decisions based off that. I don't want my future getting changed while I'm sitting in the bleachers or getting changed in the locker room and all the politicking and the bullshit and all the games that go on out there. I don't want any part of that ever again with that. But that's what you signed up for that, and you sign your life away when you go into that business model. And I think it's important for wrestlers to at least know that, and that is what they told me. And we've seen, and Roman's done a good job of being, but I bet you Roman doesn't make what other past top guys made, and doesn't have, and I would and I know Roman's done very well, but I would love to see Roman's numbers against Cena's, Austin's, and The Rock's and Hogan's. I would love for that information to be made public. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I would like to see it.
Yeah, Ryback, it's funny. I can relate to you because there are many instances when Stevie Ray.
Wait a minute. Let me interject.
He tries to keep the scum on me.
Hold on a second.
Why? Go ahead. Because many years ago, Ryback, Stevie Ray and I actually had a match. We actually had a wrestling match, and I beat him, humiliated him. Followed that up by beating his brother in a steel cage. Okay. And ever since then, he tries to keep keep. You know how they say keep the man down?
Yeah,
that's what Stevie does to me, Ryback. So I know they tried to keep you down, bro, and you had to overcome. That's what this man right here does to me. Tries to keep me down. Tell him, Stevie. Go ahead. Tell him. Bring Dilworth on. Maybe Dilworth will tell him.
I don't appreciate you. I brought the great Ryback. The great Ryback had some things to say today. He comes on my show to say them. He went on the Disco Inferno show with Conan. He can't explain anything to them. So he comes on this show where he can really get his voice. He can really get his voice heard. Okay? Because he's talking to somebody that's been there. He's talking to somebody that knows. He's talking to somebody that can relate. A lot of people can't relate to this. Even you, Vince.
He's talking to me. That's who he's talking to.
He's trying to explain things to you of which you know nothing of. But I will give you an edification on it on our next show. Yeah. I'm going to keep all this stuff so I can really explain it to you and break it down to you. So stop trying to agree with the man like you know what he's talking about.
I gotta tell you, Ryback, here's what I love about you, bro. And I swear I wish people would look, wrestlers, people in the industry would look at people like you. Bro, you have made it on your own. Because you know what they say, bro? Here's what they say. As cliche-ish as this is, you know this. Bro, the cream always rises to the top. No matter what you try to do, bro, you could try to keep it down. You could try to blackball it, smear the name, keep your finger on it. You could do whatever you want. The cream will always rise. And you know what?
I just need one chance too. I'm not 1,000 failures and just one success, and that's what I focus on.
But what's the most important thing, bro? At the end of the day, you got to be able to look yourself in the mirror every single day, and you can do that no problem, and that's all that matters, bro.
And I got my health back, and I'm honestly, Vince, I'm truly blessed. Yeah. I tell you, I don't care if I lose everything. If I had nothing, I swear to God, the pain that I was in, and it was bad. And with that, and to get my health back and needing that 5-disc fusion and shoulder replacement and avoiding it, and literally sitting here at 41 feeling better than I did in my 30s and my 20s. And looking at having everything and having a family and my business and then being able to take care of myself, and not just with my body, but with my mind and everything, and to feel good. I wake up every day and I'm not in pain anymore. And to have an opportunity to now I can actually go back and do what I started at 22 years old, been in the business 19 years. I've been out of it for 4, not wrestling, but 19 years since I started with this, and to be able to have an opportunity to go back and do what I love and have my life back in order and be able to walk, because I've seen everybody, and I have nothing but love and respect for everybody that came before me. Stevie, I told him at Gold's Gym, he's talked to me for 12, 15 minutes outside, a little 19-year-old Ryan Reeves. Did
you check your wallet after he left? Did you check your wallet?
I had no money. I was in college. I had no money.
You gotta watch Stevie like that.
What you mean? What do you mean checking him? He said he was talking to me, not you. But he was talking to somebody that can actually guide this young man and help this young man, not you. But that's what I do. I uplift young people, not like yourself. Okay? That's what I do. I go out of my way to uplift American youth. Ryback was American youth. Working at the gym, just like when I was a kid working in clubs. And a guy like Vince Russo walks in with his little 3-piece suit on and the hush puppies. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you walk in, I'm looking at you because I know you're going to try to start some static. And you know what's going to happen? As soon as you start some static, as soon as you get into it with one of the girls in the club because they don't want to be around you, you know what I would do to that guy? He looked just like you, Vince. You know what I do to him? You hear me?
Go ahead. I'm waiting. Go ahead.
I will put that super clamp. When I put that super clamp, you know what I'm saying? You see those hands locked in right there?
You see what I got to put up
with
every
that?
week? Ryback. You see what I put
up? Dog. Ryback.
I tell you, Stevie, when I met you when I was 19, Vince, this is a true story. All the wrestlers used to come into this gym I worked at in Vegas, all the pro bodybuilders. I kid you not, Stevie, he was there, I think, for a drag show. And there was something going on, so all the other guys were there. I swear to God, he was the most jacked guy I'd seen. I knew you were big, but you were, as I say, freaking jacked at that point in time.
Wait a minute, hold on. Wait, we got breaking news here. Hold on, Stevie was in a drag show? Is that what you just said? Wait a minute, is that what you just said? Stevie was in a drag show? Hold on, Ryback, this is big news.
It was Vegas, but it wasn't. No.
Stevie, you were in a drag. You heard the man. You heard the man, bro. Holy crap.
Drag racing show. Sorry, we're in Vegas. Drag racing show. Drag racing show.
Wait a minute, Ryback.
Okay, all right.
Wait a minute, Ryback. No. Firstly, let's get something straight, okay? I have been to drag shows before, and I'm not ashamed of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but you never said you participated in one. You never said you participated.
I said I attended. That is what he was saying. Oh, you said Ryback was saying that I'm going to participate in a drag show. That's what you said.
You were participating in a drag show, he said.
No, I'm letting you know. I've gone.
Was I met in the drag show? Now we got a real story now. Holy
I do mean though, but everyone, I'm very appreciative of all the people and the men and women that came before, and I don't compare generations. I have great respect for the psychology of the business that was put in place and adhered to with that. And I understand things evolve and things speed up a little, but that's in every sport and every business and entertainment. But the reason that is able to happen,
that's so true. That's so true.
We're able to learn from what people did prior and things, and we get to learn from our heroes and the people that inspired us to get in the business, and that inspires new creativity and ideas with that. And so I have nothing but love and respect for everybody that came before me with this, that is responsible for allowing me an opportunity to do what I love as well. So thank you.
All right, listen, Stevie.
And that's how it should be, man.
I'm not going to be Dilworth and steal your show. Plus, I got to break this news now about Stevie was in drag show. Ryback, just
I apologize.
That Stevie was in drag shows. I got to get this news out before the neckbeards get it out, bro. I got to get this out first. Ryback, keep doing what you're doing, bro. You got a whole army behind you who loves you, bro. The truth will always set you free.
Yes,
bro, Stevie Ray in drag shows. I'm out, bro. Goodbye.
Bye, man. Thank you.
Get out of here. Don't ever come back. Oh, my goodness.
I swear I said drag racing show. I might have. Oh, man. We got to be.
I knew when you said that word was going. I knew where it was going, man. But hey, that's the kind of fun. That's the kind of fun Vince and I have on. We've been doing the show now for
He's a good guy.
What, 2-3 years now?
Yeah.
And the Black and White Show is such a hot show, man. And we tackle the topics, man, and we have so much fun. We take serious topics and, hey, man, we turn into our characters and make them fun, not so serious, things of that nature. And people seem to like it right back. And I've always had a good relationship with Vince, even back in the WCW days, never had nothing. I'm a company guy anyway. I'm not one of those guys that's spitting in the wind that's trying to be, how the business is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, and I knew he was going to have to deal with a lot of that. I'm quite sure you've heard the stories, and if you haven't, I'll tell them to you someday. But Chris wants to come back on and ask a couple of more questions.
Okay.
But before he does, man, one of my I can't remember who it was, but one of my followers, they sent me a clip of some things that was going on and being said between my brother Booker.
Yeah.
Making some accusations about yourself. Now, I don't know if you want to talk about this. It's up to you. But
no, absolutely, yeah.
I really didn't understand it. But I would like for you, in your words, kind of give the audience your version of what that was all about, because they were asking me about it. And like I told them, brother, I have no idea. But I'll get him on the show and let him talk about it. And you're on the show today, and hey, man, the floor is yours.
And no, I think too, like, first of all, and I grew up, watching you and your brother in Harlem Heat and being a huge Harlem Heat fan and loving everything that Booker did and have a lot of respect, man. I can tell you where it all started was when I made those comments about Vince McMahon's mother and with everything. And I think it's important for people, and I've since came out and I apologized to it because I met her. And Vince, I got to meet her in a room in Houston, and I met his brother Rod.
Okay.
Me and his brother Rod McMahon were actually talk. He was a customer of my Feed Me More Nutrition, and we used to talk in emails and on the phone every once in a while. And I wish me and Vince had as good of a relationship as me and his brother did with it. And we didn't have a bad relationship, but I got to meet his mother, and so what was going on at that time when I made that comment was my legal trademark stuff. And this isn't justifying anything, but I want people to understand what's going on with me and the social media stuff. And this trademark issue cost a lot of money to get this all squared away and to get this back on my side. They had reached out prior, Vince. This is before Vince had to step down with all the sexual allegations. And they reached out to try to settle the lawsuit, the trademark dispute. And we actually agreed on all the terms that I had and that they had outside of the monetary part from a malpractice suit that tied into all of this from when I was in WWE.
Right.
So they delayed it about a year and made me pay a lot more money than this. And Vince was kind of delaying things and dragging things out. I just wanted him. I had to send him a message because their attorneys had reached out and wanted me to specifically stop talking about Vince, which is why I would put tweets out specifically on Vince based off the attorneys saying Vince wants you to stop talking about him. I want you off my social media. I want these games to stop.
Right.
I'm out of Shawshank. Leave me alone. So I can't hurt Vince McMahon financially. And so I made a decision, and I knew it was going to be I have to hurt this guy emotionally. We all have mothers. I take care of. My mother lives in my home. in a 2-room apartment
Right.
suite. And I go, this is going to be a rough one, but I'm got to show him I'm not a little bitch, and I'm not playing his games. And I put the tweet out on his mother on a situation that I was aware of, and it wasn't right. But that was what was going on, and that was the intention of emotionally trying to hurt him, because he has no problem hurting me financially. And that was the bullshit going on during that. I made that comment, and Booker, as he does with the show, you elaborate on things going on, right? I wish that there was a way that I wish he could have expressed. He just essentially said he didn't have any respect for me anymore. He wouldn't shake my hand at that time if he ever saw me. I wish he just could have at that time just said, and I didn't say anything, didn't go, and I understood where he was coming from as well. But I wish he would have called and go, like, what's going on? Why would you say that, rather than kind of go that route first? Since, he commentated on a bit of my matches early, we always got along in WWE. I wish he could have said, I don't know what's going on. I don't agree with his comments, but, I don't know what's going on between him and WWE. I wish that was more of the direction it unfortunately wasn't. And we all say things and do things, but I felt like then it gets a little personally involved at that, and that goes by, that smooths over as far as we don't have any issues going on and since then. And then just the other, last week, I see that there's more comments and saying things that I talk like I've been in the business for 100 years, and which I've been in the business 19 years. Nobody's been in the business 100 years, and that AEW shouldn't hire me. And I go, I can't sit back anymore and just let people say stuff like this with everything. I'm fighting for my life here with everything. There's a lot on the line with it. And I don't care what anyone thinks about anybody else, but I just wish, if it's somebody I've wrestled with and know, I would just pick up the phone and at least try to get some what's going on with the situation before I go put him on blast or something with that. And I wish I asked him, let's have a conversation. He invites me on his show. And he says live. And I said my only demand is that it is live with that, so that there's no recording or no editing. And then he pulls out of it, and I think we know what's going on with that situation. And it's frustrating, man, because I don't want the I don't need to be fighting the individual wrestlers, especially people I grew up watching and I have respect for. And I've got to draw the line though somewhere on this. I go, when you come out and say, I've been off the TV for 7 years. Why are you coming out saying that this one promotion shouldn't hire me? And now it's the second guy to come out and say it. The other one works there now, who left WWE, who was getting paid by WWE at the time. And he NXT commentator getting paid by WWE. And all my issues that I know are going on with WWE, it's just, I wish you just wouldn't get involved, but I understand how the system works. And I think sometimes in that environment where you get a paycheck from, and if a company has issues with a particular talent, they're going to maybe side with the side of the company you're getting the paycheck from, and because you ensure that you're going to continue to sit in good graces. And it's just the way the business works. I just wish, because most of the guys, I'm friends with a lot of guys in the business, different guys I've talked to multiple times and from your generation, and man, I have a lot of respect for and get along even better with so I just go, man, I just wish that it didn't go that route. And I do hope that he at some point, and I don't think it's going to happen, I would love to talk live with him and explain and conversate with him and everything going on, but I don't think WWE wants that to happen. And I think that's why I don't think he's scared to talk to me. I know he's not scared to talk. I just think that there's stuff going on that he wasn't aware about in full detail that maybe he might be a little more aware of now. Like, shit, maybe there is a little more going on to this than meets the eye. But I know everything going on, but people on the outside. So that's essentially what's going on. And I'm too focused on trying to get back. And I'm not trying to make enemies with guys that, outside the business with this, that it's a distraction either way. But I was hoping, I really genuinely wanted to talk to him, and it's not going to be a screaming match. It's going to be, look, here's the situation. Here's what's happened from what I can tell you. And, I haven't been in the business 100 years, but I've been in it 19. I've been in every developmental territory. The only one I wasn't in was HWA, which wasn't in official WWE, Deep South Wrestling, OVW, Florida Championship Wrestling, the inaugural season of NXT, and I played a lot of various roles on the main television for about 5 years. My career got cut short by injuries, unfortunately. And I do this. I have a supplement line, a podcast. Everything feeds into each other on that. And I hey, if there's something that you don't agree with me on, I would be more than happy to have a conversation about. Hell, I think we'd get a lot of listens having a conversation if he ever has something he doesn't agree with me on with that. But I think I listen to different things he says. I agree with a lot of things that he says, as I do a lot of the guys that are in the business. Outside of the fan podcast, I actually like listening to the guys that have done it because you get their actual insight and the experience with it. So it's just, but I was appreciative that you called me and, hey, if you want to come on and talk and everything and give an opportunity, because, it's just
let's get it out there, at least get a portion of it. At least get a portion of it out there, because a lot of the fans agree with you, what they're saying now. A lot of the fans are very astute when it comes to certain things, like what this situation is all about. And I don't have to.
I don't want Booker to get me like things. I just don't think he is fully. It's really easy to look at the outside, and we all see the dirt sheets and
exactly
and things. And I think it's really easy, even for the guys in the business, that if we see something and we see a guy's name associated with negative things, even if they're not true or not, you just go, oh, well, there's smoke, there's fire, maybe, and you don't really look into. That's where I just wish that would be the one thing that I just wish to God he just DM something. Hey, before I speak on this, can I just ask what's going on? And then he can make a decision if it's worth talking about it or not. But I think we all make content, and I try to stay away from this altogether because I don't want to draw my controversy. But I just don't understand. Sometimes we say things and we get views on them, but I have a lot on the line here. Like, this is my career. I don't think it's right to say I don't care what I have going on with anybody else. I will never say for another promotion not to hire a guy. Like, I got a family. I've worked very hard, man, with things, and to say that I have no place in wrestling, and I go, where's that coming from, man? I'm not just some nobody. I've done a bit with that, and I just think, man. So that's it. I wish to God we could have talked publicly with it, but and I hope, and I don't think that's going to happen. But I hope that at least privately we can talk. Yeah.
Yeah, so, you still might find out, where everything's coming from. But Chris, I just brought Chris back into the fold. And Chris, I know you had one more question from somebody, or did you? So the floor is yours to get those questions to Ryback.
Just one more thing. So we're just going to pretend that Vince Russo just didn't come on and just
don't worry about Vince, man.
No, for somebody that can't book a concert.
Nah, man, don't worry about Vince, man. That's just Vince.
Shout out to you, though. Thank you. Thank you for plugging me, though. But no.
You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about Vince, man. You get caught up in that. Next thing you know, you'll be talking about it for the next 2 weeks. Forget about him. Okay? Forget about him. That's him. Why you think he got the heat he got in the business right now?
I'm cool. I want all the smoke. That's what I want.
No, dog. No. I'm telling you, don't address him. Let him do his thing. Just ignore him, bro. I'm telling you.
No, I'm good.
If you don't, he drive you crazy. I got to deal with this dude every week, man. I know what I'm talking about.
I don't.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Let him talk, man. Because he's Vince. That's Vince.
I just can't believe him. I mean, if we're gonna go back to bad booking, let's go back to '99. But I digress. But okay.
Right, this is about Ryback today, okay?
Right, this is about Ryback.
It's about Ryback.
Ryback. This
now, what I can do as a favor to you, I can have Vince on the show, and as an unexpected entry like Serge Nubret in the movie Pumping Iron, okay? I can bring you in on top of him, and y'all can do y'all thing. How about that? Okay?
Okay.
How about that? All right. Okay, I'm gonna
treat me like Bianca Belair, giving me all of these presents and shit.
Hell no. Hey, but I told you.
Well, that's fine. That's fine.
Nobody. You know what everybody's saying on the comments?
Well, I'm not worried
They're
about
betting.
The comments.
They're on the show. No, listen to me. They're betting on how many times Vince Russo is going to say the word "bro." So you really think they're listening to him?
Man,
listen, really think they listening to what he's saying?
The time that he had said, bro, I would have been an alcoholic right now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what everybody talking about.
I had shots ready already. So you know what I'm saying? On deck.
So,
but anyway,
so they're not listening to what he's. They're not listening to what he said about you. Okay, you on the show to talk. You on the show to talk to Ryback.
Yes.
So go ahead and finish your question.
So my question to you is, what advice would you give your younger self in regarding your career outside the trademark, your career now, or your name now? any type of advice if you had to go back in time?
I think that so I'll tell you, this is a tough thing to say, and when I got put in the main event with CM Punk, and this is where a lot of the issues come with WWE with everything. Jane Geddes was in charge.
Hey, brother.
Of talent.
Hey. Time out. Somebody named Ashley. I gotta address this. Somebody named Ashley
Lord.
just. Oh no, fuck that. Somebody named Ashley just sent a comment and said, "So Stevie, I'm confused. A fan tells you why Ryback said about Triple H. No, what I was talking about had nothing to do with what Ryback said about Triple H. That's first and foremost. You need to get your stuff together before you make a comment, okay? No, I'm just saying, I don't care what they're talking about. That's not, when I was talking to a fan, it had nothing to do with what you said about Triple H. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Secondly, talking about he deserved a heart attack, this, that, and the other. Firstly, that's not what I was addressing, Ashley. And if Ryback want to say something about Triple H, that's them. And if you want to address Ryback, you go to a Ryback show. You don't come on my show talking about dirt sheet bullshit. That's not what we do here. If you got a problem with that, you ain't got to listen to the show. This show is about treating the guests with respect, not dirt sheet shit. Because I ain't addressing dirt sheet shit. I'm addressing real stuff. Well, actually, he's addressing real stuff. So whatever Ryback said about Triple H, I ain't got nothing to do with that. But that's not what that's not what the guy was making comments about. If you was paying attention, which we can see right now, you weren't. But if you got anything else to say, put it up. Go ahead, Ryback. I'm sorry about that.
No, so it was Jane Geddes when I got put in the main event with Punk in Talent Relations, WWE. I had a malpractice suit, a $5 million malpractice suit that my attorneys were working on. After it was a botched ankle surgery with the Nexus, and I talked about it with WWE, and it was me versus the doctor. It was an open and shut case. We had the doctor that fixed my leg was going to testify. WWE threatened my job with this and said essentially I was going to be fired if I did not drop this malpractice suit, and that they were going to take care of me financially. Everything would be fine. It was going to be water under the bridge, and that everything would be great. I was red hot, and so I took that opportunity to live my dream and to do what I worked for, and I trusted them, and they stabbed me in the back. And this is where a lot of the friction stems. This is what they don't want me talking about too much on a lot of things. And I have a feeling with Booker and other things that all this friction where it actually started, I would have told my younger, I would have told me then to not drop it and to take my chances and to put their backs against the wall and see if they would have fired me with it, because I would have been, I knew I would have been fine with it. And my career would have been able to resume after, even though there was an AEW at the time, and I would have been fine after. I wish, because that is where a lot of the problems really came from, and a lot of my problems with them that they don't actually want to talk about with me. And I wish I would have followed through with that. And against my attorney's advice, I trusted WWE. But again, I've wanted to talk to them about that. They don't want to talk about it because it wasn't right what they did. And it sucks, man. It really sucks. But I would have told myself to no, don't give that up with that, because it was not the right thing to do. But, I look at this, man. I'm grateful for everything. I'm grateful that I got to live my dream and had an opportunity. There's a lot of positives with the negatives still with everything. It's just that I've told people, man, too, after the trademark stuff happened, I reached out to Hunter and I had to do a deposition with their attorney and all this jazz in Vegas, and the attorney knew, and I sent Hunter a message. I go, we should all sit down and have one conversation. I don't care if we work anything out. I don't care about working there ever again. I would like to talk about everything and just have closure with everything. Because I walked out, I told them I never wanted to talk to him again. I would like to at least have closure on everything. And that ball's been in their court ever since that conversation with it. But it's not right what's gone on with everything in the social media. And I just got to just get healthy and just get an opportunity to come back. And I still wish, no matter what, not going there, I do wish that we could sit down and just face-to-face and iron all that out and look, all right, out of the way. What's done is done. I'm moving on. Please unlatch and let me live my life. This is not like, we don't need to be going this route anymore. It's 7 years, man. And but that's it. I'm thankful for everything. And I can tell you too that the comments they're talking about with Triple H, I just talked about on a show. It was that, and I told him on a text message that I sent to him. I go, it sucks. I grew up loving him. He played a big part of why I started working out when I was a kid and took fitness and health and fitness seriously. And we had a great relationship, I thought, up there. But we had a heated conversation when I was in developmental when all my ankle stuff was going on with the doctor situation, and it
Well,
wasn't his fault. He wasn't as connected to developmental as he was with what was going on. And I honestly
right,
believe conversations can fix a lot. And I always kept a positive attitude, but I was told never to talk to Vince about the
right.
situation. There was a lot of bullshit that went on that really bothers me, and that I always adhered to out of respect to the people under them with that. And I just told him, I go, you were the biggest disappointment to me because I looked up to you as a kid, and I thought we have a lot in common and could have a better relationship.
Right.
And he wasn't upset. It wasn't like
Well,
it wasn't a hurtful. It was just me being honest about how I felt about our relationship. And so, but that's what the dirt sheet Ryback calls
right.
Triple H.
A lot of people,
And you know,
right,
it gets spun out.
right.
They don't really have the whole
I know
context
that,
of it.
brother. You preach.
Yeah.
Exactly. I know that, brother. You know, you're preaching to the choir. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be honest about, we all go through that, and we see how certain people that we look up to and we get into this business. Then
Yeah.
once we meet them, they're a little bit different than what we
It's like,
perceive them to be, or what they profess to be. Be that as they have to have. I went through the same thing. Didn't have to happen to me, but one time. But I'm a kind of untrusting type guy anyway, because I'm coming in on a whole different situation than a person like you that went through a developmental thing and this, that, and the other. I didn't have to go.
Yeah.
I didn't go. It was a little different back in my era. Okay.
Yeah.
Now this Ashley said this again. If any of you people believe Ryback, also remember he denied steroids after more play. I don't even know what this fucking word is. More play. I'm a pretty good reader, man. This word exposes
So do
him.
you need to translate
like
it?
Jim Cornette said. My boy Oswald, he just wrote the word underneath it and put a question mark by it. He just wrote the word and put a question mark by it.
Right. I
So
wouldn't even read that
what I'm
bullshit,
saying is this. What I'm saying is this to Ashley. This ain't the show, baby. I don't know who you are, but this ain't the show. This ain't the cheat sheet show and what people say. I don't care about stuff like that. When we invite a person on the show, where he can come in, talk, and be forthcoming about a situation of which fans want to know about. Now, if you don't want to know about it, this ain't the show for you. Okay? There's plenty of other professional wrestling shows out there. Hold on, bro. There's plenty of other professional wrestling shows out there that you can go listen to, talk to, whatever. I do a live show. And like I say, those kind of things that's going on with comments start to snowball. That's why I'm not having them. So go do some. Ryback does a show. Go on his show, and you can talk to him about this. But Stevie Ray don't give a shit about bulletin board bullshit. I don't give a shit about it because it don't help my show none. Got that? As a matter of fact, get the fuck off my show. Bye. Okay, Chris, go ahead.
So,
Go ahead, Chris.
after listening, after can y'all hear me?
Fuck Ashley, bro. I don't play that shit on this Ryback. I don't play that shit on.
I know, brother.
This show's about real
I'm the
shit.
same.
Man.
I do my
Stop
show.
that,
I
Chris.
do the same.
Go ahead, Chris.
I just got something to say about this. So, like me and my friends, I talk to them like on a daily basis about this. Even
What's that?
on our Sunday show, we were talking about like the one thing that is wrong with professional wrestling, and it's the fans and the wrestlers.
Yeah.
Number one, entitlement. Number two,
Go ahead.
the tribalism pisses me off. I'm not going to lie to you. It's like if they don't like you, they'll find a way to fuck with you or blackball you. And then they like, oh my God, I'm doing it for the WWE. They're liking me, type of shit. And entitlement. This is where you come into play, Ryback. I don't like it when fans harass you at 4:00 in the morning. Like you and all of these other stars that's in the WWE, AEW, or whatever, and just harassing you guys off of an autograph, and then take that autograph and then make money off of your name. Yeah. And these fans always say that they love professional wrestling, but they don't treat y'all with respect.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I always ask them, I'm saying, what do you like? Do you like professional wrestling, or do you just like a particular company? If you like a particular company, just say so. But don't sit up here and lie in my face knowing that you like the WWE and you talk about you love professional wrestling. You know what I'm saying? And then like the shit that we have seen this evening. First of all, I am not going to allow these other motherfuckers to affect my energy. I'm having fun with y'all. Vince Russo, even though he trashed me, but whatever. But still, like it's
that's
just
the
like
show. Chris, that's what we do
I,
on this show.
I totally get it, but then at the same time,
Right.
like I said, like don't come on here and try to fuck up the vibe because you don't like a particular person. If you don't like the particular person or whatever that's on here, then why the fuck are you on here? Plain and simple.
That's what I don't get.
Like, that's why I understand about.
It's reflective of it. It's reflective of a negative mindset. I grew up watching wrestling. I loved everything. I never hated anyone. I didn't have the internet, but everything on TV, I had my favorites, of course. But I was just appreciative. I don't understand the mindset and what I think there's a lot going on. I think there's a lot of unhappy people. A lot of people are put on this earth to suffer for whatever reason. They don't understand the power of a positive mindset and how they speak. And the best thing, and here's what I started doing. I started using Twitter Spaces for this in my show. I started talking to these people face to face, and not everyone, because I can't talk to everyone. But somebody the other day made a comment to me. They go, Ryback fucking sucks. His trademark, his name. Who the hell legally changes their name to Ryback? And I literally go, can you come on Twitter Spaces? I'll explain it to you. Record it, leave it up there. Everybody can hear the whole thing. Guy instantly changed his mind, talked to me with respect the whole time. I ended up following him. He apologized for the thing, and he had a better understanding and he admitted all he read was dirt sheets. And so I'm taking this approach on there's only a handful of issues of things since I've left that people are holding on to. And I go, I'm just going to talk to the ones. I don't need everyone to talk to me. I just need one person that will talk to me on each issue. And I'm gonna do my best to communicate and talk with them. And the Booker T thing actually inspired this with me, because when I couldn't get that conversation, I go, well, fuck, I'm going to talk to other people, because he said I couldn't have a conversation. I do this for a living. I can have a conversation, and I'm more than happy. And you don't have to agree with me, but I will explain what's going on. It's not what they are trying to paint. It's not the picture they're trying to paint. I get a lot of clicks for people on the dirt sheets with the things, and so they kind of just keep it going with that. And it's very reflective in their behavior. But as far as the autographs, man, too, and I've signed for a lot of people at the airports, and there's times you're not tired or you're in a good mood, and there's times you might sign a few things. I've done things where I used to, after every show, after every main event, last one to leave the building, have to drive 3, 4, 5 hours. There'd be 100 people outside. I'm not even making this up. I would sign and take pictures with everybody because they were waiting. I was the last one with it, and it was when things were really good. And I'll never forget the first time this happened. I was in my car. I opened Twitter. I was like halfway to the next town, and I saw somebody. There was this particular night I had a 5-hour drive. There were a lot of people out there. I didn't stop and sign for everybody. I literally went and shook everybody's hand and said, I got a long drive. I drive alone. Guys, I'm getting no pictures tonight, like as far as posing. I literally, though, said hello to everybody, went all down the line, and I had multiple tweets saying what a piece of shit I was, that I don't appreciate the fans that were out there. And I go, fuck, man, no matter what we do, it's never going to be enough with it. And pro wrestlers are the greatest fucking human beings on the planet, man. And I just, what I think we need to do more of, though, is just have more conversations like this. Try to conversate with some of them when we can. But like some of them, you see, Stevie, you can't. They don't want to communicate.
You can't please everybody. Yeah,
no, there's going to be the Ashleys out there that are just obnoxious.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Ryback. I'm gonna be honest with you, Ryback, and Chris knows this. We don't get that kind of shit on this show, bro. Chris has been on this show several times. How many times I've ever read anything that was negative, Chris?
Yeah, we don't.
Chris, how many times I've read anything that was negative when you came on? And we have 3, 4 guys going back and forth. Everybody's just laughing and having a good time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I mean.
Like we do on this show.
I get it every day of my life on every platform, and I know how to deal with it now. It's unfortunate, but people are just reacting to lies, and I just don't let those lies become my reality.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just telling those people, like Chris is saying right now, don't bring that negativity to this show.
Please don't.
Don't bring it, because you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, all these guys, Calcutta, Real Cool, Truth, Mystified, Oswald, a whole bunch of guys. Everybody just giving good stuff about what they're hearing, man, because they're being entertained and they're learning something at the same time. How many times do you get to listen to a professional wrestler talk about different things that's affecting his life live.
Yeah.
This is a treat for
That
me.
is unedited.
I'm a podcaster.
That is that. Yeah. That is
You know.
that is unedited. Instead of you appreciating that, that gives you an opportunity to come and talk about some shit that you or somebody else done said whenever. Ain't got nothing to do with that. Let's talk about what's going on today, right now, and what you are exercising your right to do, which is freedom of speech, and talk about what's going on in your life. Because these are things I'm not even privy to. And I'm learning some stuff right now. And I appreciate you coming on the show and being as open and forthcoming as you possibly can. There's nothing wrong with that. I appreciate you talking to Chris.
Likewise.
Now, I don't appreciate Vince Russo coming on here with his bullshit, but I'll take care of that sucker when I see him. I'm going to take care of that. And Chris, don't worry.
No. You need to bring me on there. We need to have a part 2. We need to have an intervention.
I can't let him know, man. He'll know.
I need to know about his booking abilities while he's sitting there talking shit. You know.
Look, man. That's. I'll let y'all work that out. Don't bring me into that. And I'm gonna tell you just like I told Ashley. Don't bring me into that. You know, my name Bennett, name in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, but see, what got me laughing, he was texting me what he said about you. He was texting me before I brought him on, Ryback. He was like, hey, man.
Yeah.
Ziggy and everybody
was telling me.
It was in the chat room talking about, man, Vince Russo asked you. He came in hot. I was like, yeah, I know. He did, didn't he?
That's just... Hold on a second, brother. We got a caller. Let's see what we got here. Straight Shooting with Stevie Ray. Holla at your boy.
Brother Steve, what's going on? This is,
I had a question for the big guy.
I do. I want to also give reverence to Chris for being on and everything.
Okay.
Russo for being on.
Okay.
Question I have for Ryback, you probably saw it, you probably didn't. But I wanted to ask Ryback, would he ever face his Nexus brother, Michael Tarver, and have you as an advocate or a special guest referee?
Okay, Santan, I get back with you. Appreciate the call, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Did you hear that, Ryback?
Would I ever face Michael Tarver, former Nexus member? Yeah, I haven't seen or talked to him in a little bit. I saw him in Vegas a few years back, right before the pandemic, and every once in a while there'll be a Nexus thing with the group, a little chat, or he just sent me a video actually. He's a great rapper and does a lot of different things on that end, and he hustles like no other on it. So I have a lot of respect for him. You know, I wish, man, I like him. I would, of course, I would love to wrestle him if he was wrestling and there was something to come up. I really feel, man, he was the one guy. He was probably he was as talented or the most talented on the promo end of things from developmental. He was a really, really great talker. And you know,
okay, hold on a second. We got another caller, bro. Straight Shooting with Stevie Ray. Holla at your boy.
Hey, what's going on? It's Naz. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Naz, what's up? You got a question for the big guy?
Good, man. I just appreciate the big guys. Wanted to give them all appreciate and love. I also have a bowl to my disc and my back, man, and I just appreciate everything you do out there. You talk about Punk a lot. Do you feel like you guys still have heat, or would you guys go to AEW and basically make lots of money off that Mark Tony Khan and actually do something over at AEW?
Okay, did you get that? Did you get that right back?
Yeah, and I said so.
Oh,
you know, obviously,
okay, Nas, I appreciate it, man. Let him answer. Hit you back. Go ahead.
Let me just. I just want to finish on Tarver out of respect to him. I love Tarver.
Okay,
I wish he would have got. I wish he would have got an opportunity to make a little more money. I understand why things weren't work. He was very talented, man, and he's a great guy, and I wish nothing but success and positivity to him. He really, out of all of us, he was really had a lot of potential, man, in developmental, and and he maybe in that Nexus group that it didn't favor him. Some things that happened, but man, everything works out for our favor and benefit if we truly believe that, and he's making the most of it. So I'm happy for him with that. In regards to Punk, you know, I'm at the stage of my life. Look, and I got my issues with WWE and the things. I think we have a lot in common on the business on certain things. I don't agree with certain things he said and with what happened, and some of it was just flat out not true. with it. The table spot is the one thing everyone loves to talk about. And yeah, the table spot didn't go perfect on that. There was padding on the ground. He said I dropped him on concrete, and he said that there was an interaction backstage that never happened. And if that interaction ever happened, it would have been on the internet during that time. Nothing ever was. I never got spoken to. Nothing. I've never been talked to about my work once. It's the most. That's the one thing that has probably gotten me the most criticism and hate from people is him saying I was a dangerous worker, and I worked with top people from the beginning to the end of my career there. And I am open to having a conversation again. My goal is to come back and to help a company, and you got to put differences aside. And I'll never try to prevent somebody from making money. And I certainly hope other people wouldn't act like that. We're grown men. This is a controversy business, and in drama, and Eric Bischoff, it creates cash. And that's one thing with AEW, with what they got going. You can bring Punk back all day long. He needs stories and he needs opponents, and you need to make the most of it. You can only put a guy and a name on TV so long, and we're seeing that. You need stories, and you need controversy for people to sink their teeth into. And I firmly believe we could do better business than has ever been done in there if we work things out. But
now, where have you heard that, Chris?
Huh?
Where have you heard that?
Well, what do you mean?
The analogy that he's making right now.
Yeah,
you wasn't even paying attention.
I was
over there daydreaming.
Number one, I wanted to ask him a question. So CM Punk is coming
thinking
back.
about your question.
Yeah.
Oh, hush. Anyway, so CM Punk is coming back. AEW Collision.
Yeah.
So I heard that the ticket sales are not exactly like doing good, whatever. Right. My question to you is:
we don't know what the story's going to be. We need to know what the story. We need the storylines. We need to heat the controversy. We had that whole angle of the elite and him, and I think God they play that out. But that's the problem. Here's what the problem is wrestling. It's not a friend's business, and I think we've gotten a little too soft in this generation, where we're all trying to be too polite. Look, me and Stevie. Look, let's take the gloves off. Let's go do business. Let's be professional. Let's put a match together. Let's let loose. And we don't need to be best friends. I think too many people care too much what other people think, and then the people that do speak their opinions or their truth, and then that creates, but then nothing's being paid off on that end. And so the most drama is going on fucking social media, and the companies aren't paying it off.
And they look at you as an enemy because you speaking the truth.
But I'm not. I know. I'll work with Punk. He doesn't have to wrestle me. I'll work alongside him. I have no issues with anybody. And when you get into the business, you know this. It is a conflict business, and you want to create that and make money for the people's entertainment. And if you truly love the business, you would adhere to that rule no matter what. I don't care who it is.
Yes, sir.
Chris, I've talked about that on several interviews and podcasts. I didn't get in this business to be friends. I didn't get in this business to be friends with anybody.
Yeah, and I don't hate anybody.
I already got
money.
Exactly. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm going to respect you because I want you to respect me. It's my job. What I'm saying to you is this, and a lot of fans have to understand this also. It's like that on any job I've ever had.
Yeah, very much so.
I don't care if it's the post office. I don't care when I was cleaning up bars in this town. I came to get paid. Now, we can be cool, but that don't mean I'm going to invite you over and eat at my house.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're cordial, we're friends, we get along. It's like that in football, baseball, basketball. I don't care what it is. But when we get in that ring, exactly. When we get in that,
the best selling Conor McGregor and Khabib had the most controversy and chaos. The best pay-per-views, and that's an extreme example of a thing.
Right, that's a real extreme example.
But people will buy in, and that's what is missing.
But at the end of the day, that has to come from the office.
Yes.
It's got to be my way. If I'm running the office, Ryback, and you know this, it's my way or the highway.
Yes.
This ain't romper room. This is not daycare.
Yep.
This is business. We got to go get this paper, bro.
And by the way, we live in a generation like the ordeal with everything that went on there. And fights happen all the time with grown men people. And now it's like everybody
work it out.
Fired
right.
Work it out.
Work it out.
We're grown fucking men, and we're hurting our own business by not adhering to the rules that were taught to us by the people that came before us.
Right.
We've gotten soft.
But it goes back to what you was talking. I think it goes back to what you was talking about, that people are starting to care about the wrong things. They're starting to care about the wrong things instead of just caring about the business. And I tell you, that's all I cared about was the business. I was like, my job was to go out there and be a heel and make you, Chris, look good. If they say make Chris look good tonight, Chris, you're going to look better than you ever looked in your life. That's my job.
It's very rewarding.
And I don't care what I think about. Right. I don't care what I think about you. I might don't give a shit about you. Hate your guts. Might not even speak to you. But when we going over this match, I'm going to tell you, brother, don't worry about it. I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you. You probably thinking, man, he ain't going to sell for me. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't really got a real good relationship or something like that. But at the end of the day, no, man, that's my job. Right, that's my job.
So I guess my question to both of you guys is why Tony Khan didn't capitalize on CM Punk coming back and clashing with the Elite.
We don't know if he's going to do that or not. I'm going to wait and see. I want to wait and see what happens. I don't know yet with that. But
exactly,
I'm not
because
there, so I can't see. I don't know what's going on.
Me neither.
And what Ryback is talking about, they talking about ticket sales and this, that, and the other, and you was talking about the show that's coming up. But the thing is, brother, if you're not pushing, you just like that's like a giant outlaw show. It's just people on the show. You're not bringing the ambiance of what the people want to look for.
No one's talking about it. Like literally,
I'm going to give you an example. If they announce CM Punk makes his return on Collision and he's going to confront Ryback face to face in the ring, we know holy fuck, these two guys are the history. What is going to happen when they go face to face? Now we have a reason. Instead, and I'm just giving you an example. But CM Punk returns. And so you can only do that so many times with a guy. And we saw it with Impact, with TNA. When you bring in guys, you got to be able to develop storylines and intrigue people with things and get people latched on and take real issues and be professionals and make money, because the fans benefit, we make more money, the promoter benefits, and the product is better. And we let all the people bitching and whining on social media keep bitching and whining, and we're laughing in the locker room counting our money, having the time of our lives. But Chris, that is being lost a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Right. Chris, didn't I explain that to you a week or two ago? I said, you look at all these guys that are coming from WWE. They're just guys because they don't have the vehicle or the know-how or the wherewithal to put them in the positions that they really need to be in to make those angles work. It takes a lot of thought into making those angles work. And we were actually discussing you, Ryback, Chris and I. We were discussing you, and I say the one thing that Ryback has, what those other guys don't have, he has his name. He has his persona. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff comes with him. The whole package comes with him. So everything that you've seen him do, he can still do. Whereas those other guys, they can't do anything remotely near what they did in WWE. So the only thing they bring is a face and a body. Am I not right?
They lose their identity, and that's why I realized the importance of it. And I'll tell you the other, I got a hot sauce coming out with my name. I don't have to do any work on. I just get paid a bunch of money to come out with multiple hot sauces for a company. Merchandise sales, I don't get 99 cents a T-shirt. I can make my own shirts. I got my own merch company now. I get paid the full price for them. I
think I want to make some barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
I think I want to make some barbecue sauce.
There's a lot of reasons. I can go be mid-card.
Stevie Ray Ryback, hot.
You know how to cook, Uncle? You know how to cook?
Stevie, you got to know, though. You got to know.
How you think I eat?
We ain't gonna lie. I never had your cooking before, so you know.
How you think I
eat? Email me.
Hey, brother.
Email me some of them burnt ribs that you be making. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. You know I gotta fuck with you. You know. Come on.
Man, why you want to say I cook some burnt ribs, though? You know what I'm saying? I'm a ground beef guy. You know, I'm a meat guy. I'm not a pork guy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm a ground beef guy. You know, I like steak.
I forgot you were a vegetarian.
You know what I'm saying? I don't eat ribs. I'm not no vegetarian, man.
No, you talking about
I'm not no vegetarian,
right?
I came up around Muslims. Man.
Muslims. Really? See, I didn't know that. Now you telling me you grew up around Muslims?
I know you. Why do you think I'm so defiant on things? You know? I'm so particular about things because I seek the truth. And I can't be eating no ribs and stuff like that, man. Somebody might see me.
You know, Father's Day is coming up.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to piss off. I don't want to piss Allah off, man.
Yep. Okay.
Oh no, she probably take me out. She probably take me out.
Come on now.
She probably take me to probably Cajun restaurant.
She ain't gonna cook for you. She ain't gonna cook for you. It's Father's Day.
No, man, my daughter's never cooked for me, man. I want my daughter cooking for me. I don't want no woman cooking for me, man. They might try to poison me, bro. Women might try to poison old Ray Dog, man. I can't trust them. That's why I'm going out to Vegas to hang out with the big guy, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'll get Phoenix.
That's why I'm going to Vegas to hang out with the big guy.
Yeah.
Well, please drink for me, please.
Yeah. We'll go to another drag. We'll go to another drag show with Phoenix.
Wow. Oh. I wanted to. So you going to drag shows now? Like you going to drag shows?
Hey, man.
We'll go get a 20.
I like drag shows. I'm not ashamed of it. Yeah, I like drag shows, Chris.
I mean, I know. It's
Don't you judge me?
I'm not judging you.
I'm just saying, bro.
I just didn't know that you were part of the luck. Never mind,
brother. It's entertain. Can I be entertained? If I'm paying for entertainment, why you care how I spend my money?
You saying you pay for entertainment?
Hold on a second.
Okay, fine.
Straight shooting with Stevie Ray. Holla at your boy.
Boom, saved your ass.
Man, what's up, my fellow wrestling brothers and Chris, man, good show, man. Hey, Stevie, when you do that show, man, I'll sponsor you something.
Tell me about them burnt ribs.
Who's this, Dale? Hey, Dale, what's up, man? You had a question for the big guy?
Yes, sir, man. I gotta go outside of what's being talked about. You know I gotta bring it, man. You know we boys in the business, man. Hey, Ryback, what's up, bro?
How you doing, bud?
Ryback, you hear him?
I can hear.
Yo. Okay.
Yeah, hey, Ryback, who's your football team, man?
I'm sorry. We got the Raiders here, but I'm not a Raiders guy. I always appreciated Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. I like quarterbacks, man. I grew up liking the Steelers and the Rams. I was a Jerome Bettis guy when he was with the Rams and they went to the Steelers. I was rooting for them. And then when Tom Brady went to the Bucks, I liked him with the Patriots. Man, I root for players in good games more often than not.
Yeah, you listening to him?
Yeah, I can't hardly hear him.
Oh, well, you got to listen to him. If you're not listening to the show on your deal, you ain't gonna be able to hear him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta listen to him on the show then, man.
Now he can hear you, but you can't hear him because he's on the show right now. You got to listen to the show to hear his answer.
Oh yeah, I was listening to it. I had to get off my phone for a minute, man.
Oh, okay.
I was listening and call y'all, man. And man, so what's up to you, Stevie? Man, I'm gonna get back to it, man. Enjoy the show, man.
All right, brother.
Back, man. Keep up the good work, brother.
All right, brother. Appreciate it, Dale. Get back with you.
All right.
Hey, man. We've had a hell of a show. From Vince Russo popping in.
Really a good show, man.
To Chris Dilworth doing his thing. With the big guy coming on and letting us know. I'm looking at this. I got to read this last comment right here. People been making so many comments, I can't even read them all, man. He says, Booker T was right about Ryback, Stevie.
What? Say what?
Stevie Ray backstabbed his brother over Ryback. The pathetic, pathological liar. You know, these dumbasses, man. I don't know who the hell you are. Mac Wibble stick, man. This is a hold on a second, bro. Hold on, dog. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. This is the dumbest of the dumb and the stupidest of the stupid that floats in the airwaves out there, backstabbing somebody. You know what, brother? If I didn't have this podcast right now, brother, I would say some things that's so really messed up that you go put your head in the ground like an ostrich. But I'm going to give you a pass, bro. But don't make a comment on this show anymore, okay? You know, what's going on out there in the world, these guys are trying to talk about and trying to inform you about. And y'all still don't fucking get it. Hold on a second, man. Hold on.
I don't know why people even.
Straight shooting with Stevie Ray. Holla at your boy.
What's up? It's Ralph. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Who am I talking to?
Ralph.
Ralph? What's up, Ralph?
What's up?
Did you hear that, Ryback?
Yeah, he wants me to talk about the storyline and reveal the plan that.
His game plan to get that match with Goldberg.
Hold.
Help him to get his
Oh,
retirement.
okay, brother.
Yeah.
Appreciate the call. Go listen to the deal. You won't be able to hear him through the phone. Okay.
Okay.
All right, brother. Appreciate it. What about that, Ryback?
Yeah, I think I've issued the challenge, creating a little bit of buzz.
What about that, bro?
Seeing what the reception's going to be with it, and I think ultimately, like I said, that's going to be Bill's decision on who he wants to face. I think that's been put out there, and we'll see what happens. You know, like I said, if it doesn't happen, it's no hair off my back. I really want it though with it, and I think that's going to be up to Bill. And like I said, we got to get some conversations in place and see if it could be done and go from there.
Hey.
But I think this is the very beginning stages of everything. And as far as the details of any of that will never be talked about on any of that. But get the ball rolling. We just started this. This is what I want. I've wanted it from the time I was in WWE. And hopefully me and Bill, we could sit down and talk, have a conversation, and see where everybody's at on everything, and see if this can't be done. But, you know, he might have plans with somebody already. I don't know. I'm just simply going, hey, this is now actually a possibility. The return and the ending, let's do this the right way and then go from there. So that's it, man. That's it.
Well, hey, brother, you've thrown down the gauntlet. Everybody knows what's up now. At least we do. And hey, we appreciate you sharing that with us because I think we got to make that happen. And like I said, I just gave you a little advice on my side because AEW is one thing, but I think both of you guys got big enough names to make this thing happen without AEW. Yep. And like I said, if I was Don King, you know, if you ever watched the Rocky movie with Tommy Morrison, when he was a Tommy Gunn, and the promoter told him to do, hey, brother, don't give away what we can sell. Remember that? Yeah.
One of my favorites.
So at the end of the day, that's what I'm talking about. Don't give away what we can sell. But hey, man, it's your deal, and hopefully you guys can make that happen, man. Because I'm looking forward to it, man. I really am. I'm looking forward to it. But hey, man, Chris, any parting words, man? Appreciate you coming on tonight. We're gonna have to get the other guys back on. Other guys from Heels for Life. Everybody go out there and check out the Heels for Life, man. These guys really know what they're doing. They talk wrestling just like we're talking wrestling tonight. Appreciate Ryback coming on and gracing us with everything that he had going on with him. But I don't appreciate these numbskull ninnies that come on with this, you know, backstore drama and then want to preach it to me like I just got here. Baby, I've been in the business since 1989. Y'all know how long ago that is? 1989. Okay? They were still singing music back in 1989. Some of y'all don't even know. But at the end of the day, for my man Chris Dilworth, for my man Ryback, I'm Stevie Ray, and I want everybody to be one. Peace, and I'm out.
Thank you very much, guys.
All right.
Okay.
Nice meeting you, Ryback.
You too. Great questions. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Stevie, thank you. I appreciate you having me on, man. I really do.
No problem, brother. No problem, man. Hey, man, I think it was a